Hello and welcome back to Cycling Unboxed. Today I've got a few Silca products for us to open. Let's get into it. I think let's just get into this pack really. So you just release it like a normal bow dial, then you can unhook it from this side, I believe. Yeah, super easy, really smart bit of kit this one. And then that should be a lot easier just to hook up onto your saddlebag. And from there, it's really nice and compact here. It's really padded on this side, so you've probably got a bit of protection for all your stuff there, and probably a bit of added waterproofness. It's nice and like rubbery around here, so I'd imagine all of that's waterproof. However, this is the side facing, that's going to be splashed a lot more, and it doesn't seem as waterproof, this material, but we'll see if it stays dry when it comes to some testing. I really do love this boa dial. It makes it so easy to use. You literally just pull it and it slides it off, and then you can unslide it from there. And then when you want to tighten it back up, press it back in and then twist it up, and you just go to whatever tension that you need is perfect for you. These Tyre levers should be designed to fit perfectly inside here. They even come with their own little sleeve to keep them together. And yeah, look at that. They are the perfect size to stuff into there. If we come in close to the Tyre lever here, you can see it's actually got two different materials. So the gristlier stuff here is aluminium, so that gives it its rigidity, that's not going anywhere, and it also makes it light. Then you can see the second material here is nylon, and that's what protects your rims. So if you're running it over and stuff, that's going to protect it. It's also got more of like a bow shape to it, so that should give it a bit more strength, and I believe it should also help it fit a few more rims as well. And then the bit that hooks onto your spokes, that's quite small, but it's quite effective at just hooking itself on. So obviously I've got a nice deep rim here, so let's see how these hook onto the Tyre bead themselves. So if I go from there, okay, it does still come around to there, even with a 60mm deep rim from here. Okay, so one thing that I'm coming to the conclusion of here, these small heads are really easy for getting under the tyre in the first place and getting hooked on. The strength of these really shine through on stuff like this as well, and actually they fit just fine on the 60mm deep rims. These are also a hell of a lot lighter, stronger and more space efficient than other Tyre levers I've used. Next up, the Eolo regulator. Like I said, super small, super tiny. You chuck it in there and it literally takes up hardly any space in that thing. So I'm glad I got these. With the regulator here, so this is just a normal screw on, and it's got a really nice puncture hole in there, so that should be nice and strong, get through almost anything. And it can screw on this one, but actually ideally Silca says don't screw it on. They said it's better to press, and then it kind of regulates that way, so you can see it comes out the other side there, and it's actually just better to press it straight on, because that way, give it about a minute, and after you pull it off, it shouldn't unscrew the valve core. But if you really need to, you can screw the top on there. Next up, the all-important Eolo III. So the first thing we've got to do is we've got to break it onto there. So we're at the end of resistance there. Just give it one hard twist, and actually, I think that's all the way in. Nothing came out there, which is quite nice. There we go, there's loads of pressure in that wheel now. That actually, hardly anything came out the sides. I was pretty chuffed with this. Well, I was actually quite impressed with this. Considering its small size, it seems to function really well. Not really any air leaks out on the sides. All you have to do is just apply the pressure there, and it will allow the stuff to come through. Why don't we see how everything from inside this saddlebag fits inside this one here. So as you can see, like I said, stuffed to the brim with pretty much everything I've got. I've got a multi-tool, one canister, some Tyre levers, a little bit bigger of a tool, a patch repair kit, always useful, and of course, a spare inner tube. All of this fits into here so much easier, so much neater, so much tidier, and actually you're not stuffing it, you're not playing Tetris just to get it in there, and I still like the size of it. Let's go see how it fits on the bike. This was super easy to apply to the saddle. It looks great, it looks sleek, it looks small. I just think it's quite a stylish pack to fit onto your saddle there. So here we have the ceramic waterless wash, so part 4 of Silca's cleaning process. And basically this is just great for really using if you don't want to wash your bike. So I've got some dirt on my time trial bike right down here. The main steps are, first of all, protect your disc rotors. Next up, spray liberally where you want it. Next step, wipe off with a microfiber cloth, and then you can buff it at the end with a microfiber cloth. These do come with a little sticker as well, if you want a sticker. So this mud has been brewing here for a few days. It does kind of wipe off my finger. But really the idea behind this, that it's going to encapsulate the dirt, lubricate it so it just wipes off super easy. And then after that, what you can do is it leaves a ceramic coating, which is really hard, really tough, which should help protect your paint a bit more and also help the paint look a little bit better. So with that, let's get to it. Okay, all of that dirt just wipes off super easily. Super easily. So it's 3 minutes later now, and all you have to do really is just buff it out with a clean cloth, and that is supposed to protect your bike now. So that is a quite sweet product if you want to be lazy and not give your bike the full wash. One thing that's weirdly good about these nozzle heads is basically this is like hooked here. It's actually bigger and thicker right there, and it actually makes it really nice and easy to hold. It's a really good bottle, to be honest. Next up, I thought we'd use the graphene spray on the tarmac. So all you really need to do, to be honest, is give it a good shake and apply it to a cloth and then buff it on. Wait 2 to 3 minutes, buff it again. This here is supposed to be an even tougher coating than the ceramic one, so it's a graphene coating and it's meant to protect your paint job even more. And the beauty of these ones is that you can layer and layer and layer. Every time you wash your bike, you can add a new layer of these on. So I've just waited a couple minutes here, and all you have to do is just buff it in, and that should be ready to roll, ready to protect your paintwork. If you're interested in any more Silca products, I have their chain lube here, which will be coming out in the next month or so stick around for a review on that. So there it is, that's how it looks on my bike. I'm actually really happy with the seat pack. So a tiny bit bigger than the Lezyne Road Caddy, but for me, I think probably the right size, just to carry as much as I can in there to get me out of pretty much any situation. But this is still small, light, and convenient for me, I think. Then, I also hope you've enjoyed having a look at how these work and stuff. They're super easy to use. That's the point of them really. And if you need any further details, feel free to go to the Silca website, or Silca have their own channel, which I'll link in the description below, where they talk about these products and how they work specifically. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you again in the future. Goodbye.